Hello, welcome back to my channel, Felicia Bellinas. So this is my last video for this term of extensive reading class. I hope you enjoy and watching this video till the end. And before we start to presentation and to tell you a story, eh, I think a review article. Oh my god! I recommend to you to watch my previous video of novel review and textbook review. So you can help me to improving my grades, my score. Okay, without further ado, here is my presentation about article summary. Okay, my name is Felicia. I came from State Islamic University, Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. Student number 1120014000098. Okay, let's start to the contents of this new review. The first article is using Quartet card media to improve the recount text or writing skill of the elementary level students. School of IUC Magelang in the school. And then the integration model of curriculum 2013 and Cambridge curriculum in elementary schools. The third one is the effectiveness of grammar translation method in teaching and learning of English language at intermediate level. And then the effectiveness of English learning media through Google Classroom in higher education. 5 is English curriculum reform in the Philippines, issues and challenges from 21st. And the sixth one is student workbook use. Does it still matter to the effectiveness of students' learning? And employers' views on the importance of English proficiency and communication skill for employability in Malaysia. The eighth one is an analysis of the factors influencing the selection of a given parenting styles. And then the ninth one is parenting styles, a closer look at a well-known concept. The last one is predicting early maladaptive schemas using Baumrinn's parenting style. Okay, this is the 10 of articles that I have reviewed on writing a review. And so now I will explain to you about review in video. Okay, so the first article is using Quartet card media to improve the recount text writing skill of the elementary level student school of ISC Magelang. This article written by Makamalia Mardini. This article is discussing about how to increase the score of writing skill of the students on ISC Magelang. Students are not able to write recount text, so the author made the Quartet card media to help them. The purpose of the research is for helping students in ISC Magelang who couldn't catch the minimum score of writing skill. Learners need to improve their style of teaching with a new way like this Quartet card media. Instead of improving the score, enhanced students' motivation get higher also. So here is the finding and conclusion. The use of Quartet card as media of learning teaching could increase students' motivation in learning the recount text of the students from ISC Magelang. And the second is conclusion is the context writing skill greatly improved after using the Quartet card media of elementary level students of intensive English course Magelang. So Here is the third article, the integration model of curriculum 2013 and Cambridge curriculum in elementary schools by Huswatun Hasana. The general problem area in this article is about integrating both curriculum 2013 between Cambridge curriculum. This study aims to describe the integration model of 2013 and Cambridge curriculum in elementary schools. So the purpose of the integration is called enhance English language critical thinking, creative thinking, and academic achievements. So the impact or finding of this two curriculum integration is presented by 3 points. First, students have been improving English ability. Second, students are able to build a reasoning and creative thinking, and also improving students' academic achievement. The conclusion of this research about integration pattern of curriculum 2013 and Cambridge curriculum are implied of the two model of integration, which is the sequence eyeglasses in BSS elementary school and the elementary laboratory school UMUs share binoculars integration model. Therefore, the integration of two curricula is relevant at this 21st century. So, the next article is the effectiveness of grammar translation method in teaching and learning of English language at intermediate level by Abdul Bari and Hafiza. The general problem area is about study the effectiveness of grammar translation method in learning English. There are three objective purposes of the research. First, to highlight the use of grammar translation method in educational institutes. Second, to know its effectiveness in learning English language. So the author finding major is adapting the grammar translation method, which is an old method as we know, but actually proved a helping tool. And also the researcher finds that this method could enhance the two skills of language reading and writing. In this research, only the positive aspects of GTM area focus in research. Further, its negative impacts and cons of GTM can be studied. New work can be conducted to know that students are lacking in which areas or aspects of language learning by using this method. Okay, so the next article is the effectiveness of English learning media through Google Classroom in higher education. The purpose of this study was to determine the efficacy of implementing education through teaching methods in the COVID-19 season. As we know, when the COVID-19 is came in Indonesia, all of the regulation is changed. I think all of the behavior of students learning is changed. Online education is one of the techniques used in blended learning. The finding is Google Classroom application makes learning enjoyable for students and helps them feel at ease. Indicators of Google Classroom's effectiveness in English education departments include learning, active students, accomplishments, learning processes, complete scores, not completely, and success. The use of Google Classroom can help improve the average achievement of English material among students enrolled in English study programs. The research concludes that this application is capable of operating effectively, assisting lecturers and students enrolled in English education study programs in carrying out the learning process more deeply. And here is the next article is English curriculum reform in the Philippines, issues and challenges. Writer Jesse Esperet. Hello, Jesse. The purpose of this paper, therefore, is to analyze the Philippine 2012 English curriculum from 21st century learning perspective. The first section briefly describes the current English curriculum in the Philippines. The subsequent section describes 21st century learning in both general and ELT related terms. The findings reveal that the current curriculum needs to improve its specificity, internal coherence, and integration of some essential principles of 21st century learning and language teaching and learning. The above findings highlight the need to develop an evidence-based curriculum. This can be realized through a series of studies that will provide useful information for curriculum revision. For instance, future study may go beyond simple analysis of curriculum by conducting empirical studies on how the curriculum teaching, learning, and assessment are realized in Philippines. Context from the perspective of teachers, students, parents, and school administrators who bring their own knowledge, perspectives, experience, and value to the task. And then student workbook use. Does it still matter to the effectiveness of students' learning? So this article, based on the results of the study, it can be concluded that the use of student workbook or LKS still gives good influence on students' learning. The belief that states student workbook can change the philosophy of active student learning into passive is not completely true. Teachers can still use the workbook to facilitate students to be active learning since the use of the workbook will lead them to be independent learning. Independent. And this research was conducted to see students' perceptions of the role of using student workbook LKS toward the effectiveness of student learning. Okay, let's next to the next article. Employers' views on the importance of English proficiency and communication skill for employability in Malaysia. The study examined the employer's views on the importance of English proficiency and communication skill for graduates to be employed in the Malaysian private sector. The present study has shown that language proficiency and communication skill cannot be conceptualized as equivalent elements because the scope of skill is clearly different even to employers who are not researchers in the field. The findings highlight the communication skills that universities need to emphasize so that their graduates have the necessary skills to perform well in employment, interviews, and in their work. And then the next one is parenting styles, a closer look at a well-known concept. So this article is my base data for presenting speaking assignment. The purpose is to know what is favorite parenting styles from Barman that used in 600 Flemish families. Baumrin, who is a psychology, has four sectional parenting style, which is authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and neglectful parents. These findings coincide with a growing body of research controlling parenting in children and adolescents adopting a variable approach. With this study, authors aim to add to the parenting styles literature by identifying empirically derived joint parenting styles based on data regarding the three major parenting dimensions as perceived by both mothers and fathers raising elementary school children. These resulting joint parenting styles were subsequently associated with child behavioral outcomes. And then the next one is an analysis of the factors influencing the selection of a given form of learning. A number of changes were introduced in order to adapt the educational offer to the expectation of employers. Oh, this article, the main aim of the conducted research was to identify factors that increase the probability of a choice by a student of one of the three forms learning among the hypothetical options. 100% of stationary learning, 100% of remote learning, and hybrid learning. And this article is a, a qualification framework combining knowledge, skills, and social competences instead of just imparting knowledge. At present, the higher education system is facing further changes related to the change in the form of learning. My God, sorry for the error. And then here is my last article of this video. Oh my God. Predicting early maladaptive schemas using Berman's parenting style. This article present study aim to predict early maladaptive schemas using Berman's parenting styles. The authoritative parenting style has some features such as showing high levels of warmth or encouraging kids to express their own possibly divergent opinions. So, the authoritative parenting is the higher results of parenting style. The authoritarian parenting styles, however, possess traits such as heartlessness, impassiveness, strictness, and lack of attention to the children's developmental needs, which is not acceptable. So the lowest is the authoritarian, and the higher is authoritative parenting styles. I use also this article for my speaking assignment. Okay, finally, we have finished this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys. Assalamualaikum.